Hold up a moment, sir. There's something important I need to tell you.
I'm listening.
I'm going to give you B592's reset code. You'll need to say B592 once he's shut down.
Good. I'd like to...
Well, he might not be alone up there. That's all, sir.
Uh-huh. Nice.
Well
Judging
done.
by your gear,
Very
I'm gonna
impressive.
guess you two are agents of
Just
the
like
Institute.
me.
So, made it to the
Tell
top.
me.
Is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
B592, initialize factory reset, authorization Gamma 71 Epsilon.
What? You okay? Gabriel, can you hear me? Shit, they did...
Oh,
this is fun.
someone else.
Target spotted.
Eliminated. Nice work, sir. I'll take the synth back. This is X688, ready to relay with reclaimed synth B592.
I wouldn't be here if not for your son.
Good to see you.
It must make you proud to see all your father has
You
done.
are authorized
All
to
that
access
he
my
has
stock
built.
of supplies.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
Gabriel and his gang were sick bastards, hanging their victims up like trophies. I'm just glad it's over.
While we can do nothing for Gabriel's victims, we can at least take comfort in the knowledge that the threat has been removed. But enough about that. The task is done, and you've returned our synth safely to us. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. Well done. While you were away, I had quarters prepared for you. You'll find all the basic necessities, as well as a generous stock. Go and have a look.
Call this a clean floor? Are you fiscal receptive?
Your quarters are just inside, sir. When you're finished here, sir, Father wants to see you. It was an honor to fight at your side.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Sean.
Ah. Hello, Father. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
I try and talk it out, see if things can be resolved peacefully.
An admirable goal. And yet we find ourselves in a situation where something more significant must be done. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. They no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
They mean well. They're only doing what they think is right.
You dealt with Libertalia. That's the result.
Sure.
Usually they are a minor nuisance. I'm afraid we have learned that.
Right. Sounds pretty simple.
Hopefully, yes. But it's important that we act on this soon. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting...
I'll act quickly.
You'll have a contact.
Pam wants to talk with you. She's in back.
Working with Compartmentalized information is a difficult transition for new agents.
Can I talk to you?
Something on your mind?
The Institute knows about Bunker Hill. They're planning to recapture the synths there.
The timing couldn't be worse. The old man's been sitting on those 4 synths. There's nowhere else that's safe we could put them. Maintaining your cover is vital. But the sacrifice...
How much damage would it cause if we let them hit us?
We're running out of places to hide our synths. That's why we put so many eggs in one crowded basket to begin with. So what would we lose? 4 synths, Stockton, some of our best agents, and the inevitable civilian casualties? No, not this time. We've never known when and where the Institute would strike us next. But now we have a chance to turn the tables. We wait until the enemy is in position, then we hit them hard. No one they send out comes back alive except you. Understand? A response would be appreciated. A response would be appreciated.
From what I hear, that rogue synth at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
I asked my friends if they'd take up arms for their freedom. I was surprised at the number of volunteers. Perhaps once the fighting begins, many others will join us. But we will fight and die very quickly unless we have weapons. A lot of them. Given the right materials, we can make our own crude but serviceable weapons. Unfortunately, we're missing a few critical ingredients.
I have weapons I can give you.
Excellent. Deposit anything you can spare in Maintenance Closet 3B. But we need enough weapons to arm an...
Right.
So the ingredients...
Tell me how I can help.
We've come up with a plan to get what we need. The Institute's always expanding. Excavation just completed on one of the sublevels. The mining equipment has been packed into crates and they haven't been moved yet. That equipment has everything we need. Thanks to Mr. How do you feel about killing?
I'll do it.
And then...
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
Remember to
Have
keep
you finished all your
unnecessary
work?
power consumption to a minimum.
Can I go play now?
You're
Don't
done
reach
studying. You have nothing
Primary
left.
levels are
Yeah.
below 2%. Also,
Almost.
your navigation software.
So confident.
Do
Then
so
why don't I
after
quiz you right
this
now?
meeting. The last thing we need is more
Actually, there
synths
might be
bumping
something
into walls.
Upper limb actuator damaged. I am the victim of violence.
Actuator.
My program. The world's
Now that we have weapons, next time you will not fight alone.
Leave now. Soon, this will all be under rubber. I can't believe a human would do this.
Grab everything we can use. The crates, especially.
Tell Z1, we will fight when the time comes.
Your presence here is a great gift, not just
Hey, Z1.
You have done your part, and we'll do...
This is a good start.
the greatest challenge. So we're being... for now. When my people are ready...
Uh-huh.
Pam wants you. She explained why, but I couldn't figure it out.
Working with compartmentalized information is a difficult transition for new agents.
Can I talk to you?
Something on your mind?
The Institute knows about Bunker Hill.
The timing, maintain...
Stockton and the synths are depending on us.
Well said.
Uh-huh.
We've never known. We wait until the enemy is in position, then we hit.
With me working the inside.
We can't attack too early. You'll probably have a Courser escort. You'll have to take...
Like you said, I've done it before.
It's a risk.
I should... have done more. I hope those raiders pay for what they've done.
Wow, that doesn't look half bad.
I'll try to make myself useful. No one wants to see a grown man feeling sorry for himself. Huh?
We'd move faster if you kept your eyes on the road and off me arse.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
Excuse me.
Want me back on deck, huh? I gotta admit, things have been pretty quiet without you.
Let's go then.
I'm all ready to go.
What was that? Someone there? First Damn it! Damn, another shoulder wound. Don't you die on me!
I'm good to go. You know, running away is always an option. I won't shoot. Promise.
could just die! We can't stay in this shit! Got your back. Oh. You're a sitting duck! Get behind something! Need some fire over here!
X4.
I've been waiting for you.
Sorry to have held you up.
Try and keep up from here. Our targets are inside. The situation, we move in.
Hey, I'm gonna...
Negative. Here are the recall codes. SRB intelligence reports indicate...
Parameters. Requesting back.
Only opens with a key.
What's that?
Movements detected.
Curious.
Time to die! You pay for that!
Odd. My scanners must be malfunctioning. Is someone present? Sensor anomaly detected.
Son.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirmed the only hope for humanity.
It's not...
Perhaps, standing here, I know that to you I was kidnapped.
Right.
Both of us.
They kept me alive.
They did. I was the perfect candidate. Well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. It only made sense that my parents should, I'll admit, when I had you, to not only do so, but extraordinary.
So it was you?
Yes. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. An experiment. I had no idea would the Commonwealth corrupt you. Perhaps most curious to me.
Sean, you need...
I can see that you do. Soon, I hope. A future which I hope. Bunker Hill did not go well for us.
We were totally ambushed.
You can imagine that I find that very hard to believe, given that all Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset, and to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the... I'd like you to join me. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
You are authorized to access my stock of supplies.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. Well, it's important. Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
Of course.
Really? Power is as I'm sure you've seen above. I'm not talking about some abstract. With every advance the Institute makes, many compromises and...
Mm-hmm. In this world, I'm sure compromise is necessary.
Quite right. For far too Phase 3,
Sure.
It will ensure...
Sounds like an important step.
That's... The reactor is close to ready. But recent tests have determined we have a few tasks and to how you...
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ayo. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way...
yes.
This is not a Now...
I don't know.
Dr. Holdren, as I'm sure I'm sorry that our best efforts have failed. I'm...
What?
Can't be serious.
I'm sorry. This...
There must be something we...
The only thing that we can talk. The Institute, to that end...
Oh, boy. You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you...
Ignoring your... The Institute has... I believe my... This will
I had no idea.
I know this is... Well, it's a lot. I'm sorry, Father.
I can do the job.
Of course you can. There's no question. That's why I'd like... There are hard decisions.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go over the... Recent events have upset our time.
Right.
We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not... You're going to the mass...
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done when I...
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. But here we are. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly. We don't want them getting the ad. Head on up to the relay.
Take care of Dr. Fillmore, if you would. She's eager, but doesn't have much experience above ground.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
Well, you were right. The Brotherhood sure is here. Guess we'll have to go through them.
Someone's out there. Found you! Oh, no.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
Really?
Sure. Many.
In this world, I'm sure compromise is...
Quite right. Phase 3. It will...
sounds like an important step.
That's the real... And to how... Yes. Well, this is not... No. No.
What?
Can't be serious.
There must be something we can do to help you.
The only thing we can do that.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
Ignore this...
I had no idea.
I know this is...
I can do the job.
Of course you can. Sure. There's no question. There are.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go over recent. We're going to... You're going?
Consider it done.
I'll consider it done.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate, but here we are. Not to put more pressure. We don't want them getting... Head on up to the...
Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops.
I wouldn't be here if not for his son.
Brotherhood sure is here. Guess we'll have to go through them.
Intruder at Victoria! Kill someone!
No use,
Like
not
that'll
without a
get us
card.
anywhere. At least not without whatever card activates it. No sign of the agitator. We'll have to search the rest of the building.
Hacking this is beyond me.
Calm down, Noel. You knew that this was coming. I don't understand why you're acting this way.
Don't tell me to calm down, Carl. When we started designing the beryllium agitator, you said it would be for the benefit of mankind. Instead, I find out that you have been planning on turning it over to the military all along. You lied to me.
Don't give me that high and mighty attitude. Have you picked up a newspaper lately? There's a war going on out there, Doctor. And if our side's going to win, it needs all the help it can get.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. Since when did science start taking sides? What did they promise you, Carl? Money? Political favors? A goddamn medal?
That's enough. Like it or not, when the testing cycle is completed, I'm crating up the agitator and sending it off to Washington. Now, you have two choices. Either you can get back to work, or you can get the hell out of my building.
Dr. Fillmore.
Well, isn't this fun? Huh?
It's an ambush!
Tricked of you and hit her? Not letting this happen. Almost. We live to fight another day. And night. And we rabbit. Right, that got the blood pumping. Time incoming. Stay with me. Yeah, but I think we're being watched. You know, you're really good at this. Too good. Don't mean to... Seems we have a tail. Traveling with you ain't dull. I'll say that.
Now!
Sometimes it's hard to take
It's
that
clever.
seriously.
I'll give them that.
New business model. Team up with a mortuary. You see where I'm going with this, right?
That should
Break
do
your
it.
back.
Elevator ought to have power again.
Going down.
Guess they weren't so good at mitigating radiation.
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
Must be an old security.
Security alert in the reactor chamber. Emergency level.
Guess they weren't so good at mitigating radiation back in those days. Levels
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
The thing we're looking for, the agitator. It should be an important. Must be an old security.
Security alert in the reactor chamber. Emergency lockdown initiated. Please wait. Decontamination complete.
Hostile target detected.
Threat analysis. Yellow. Beginning lethal force. Hostile detected. Neutralization.
Surprise contact. Engaging.
just don't know when they're beaten, do they?
The Brotherhood's famously stubborn.
I'll help the synths buy some time. Make sure you get back to the Institute with the agitator.
Attacking enemy.
Elder! Maxon.
Huh? Movement detected. Curious.
Got me.
Keep back up! No! Over here! For the brother!
17. Immunity. Hostile.
Grab me my arm!
For honor and glory.
Aha! Found you! Can't feel
These attacks to continue.
This is only gonna end one way.
I'm hit!
New business model. We team up
No!
with a mortuary.
You see where I'm going with this, right?
Contact lost. It's only a matter of time before I find you.
Sounding all clear. Wait, what was that?
Something's out there. Standing down.
Been hearing things all day.
Nice.
Who's there? Come out. Could have sworn.
Greetings, sir. Welcome to the commissary. Would you care for food? Remember, health and happiness.
Dr. Fillmore.
I think that was enough excitement for, well, ever. Thank you.
Right.
I'll make sure the agitator. I understand Father is anxious to get.
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious phase?
I wish you could have known your father as
Are
we
there
have.
many more of these? Questions?
Okay. Any additional pain or tenderness?
Not that I've noticed, no. I feel quite well.
Interesting. How's your energy level? Feeling any fatigue?
No more than I'd expect from a man of my age.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome.
Sticking to the
Do you
regimen?
require additional supplies?
Yes, Doctor, I'm taking...
I've got a
all
few
my-
minutes to browse.
I see. And you've been... Getting extra rest?
Are there many more of these questions?
Okay. Any additional pain or tenderness?
Not that I've noticed, no. I feel quite well.
I see. How's your energy level? Feeling any fatigue?
No more than I'd expect from a man of my age.
I see. You're sticking to the regimen we agreed upon?
Yes, Doctor, I'm taking all my little pills.
You wanted to see me?
I understand mass fusion was a success, despite interference from the Brotherhood of Steel.
We handled them just fine.
That's what Doctor... The Brotherhood's in future conflict. It also cannot... I, of course, never doubted your I'm proud. Regardless. And look at me. I'm wasting time.
Whatever it is, I can take care of it.
I certainly hope so. While you were working with Dr. Fillmore, Dr. Thompson was tasked with...
Mm-hmm. Sounds simple enough.
It was supposed to be. There was no indication that this would be a problem. Somewhere along the way, he must have realized we've been... I'm sure there's nothing we can't handle. I'll be waiting.
Take good care of yourself, and you won't have to see too much of me.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
I look forward to assisting you further.
Hey, Z1.
I look forward to assisting you further.
way!
Left anything useful for us?
Oh, thank God you're here. I was starting to worry we might not make it out of this mess.
Everything's taken care of.
It was bad enough when I know he's...
If he's really important to the...
And we'll do... I know they've been keeping an eye on him for years. But once they I think they even fed him scientific... Let's just get Wallace.
No argument from me. Let's go.
Right. There's just... Well, there's a slight... I was thinking...
No problem. I'm sure.
I hope so.
Don't think I can pick this. Mr. Wallace, I'm here to talk to you.
You're another one of them, aren't you? Are you a robot?
Please, try...
No! You're here to kidnap me! I've heard all the stories. I know exactly what happened.
What can I say to convince...
That you're leaving, and...
Right. We're here to steal your kid.
That's not funny!
Hey, just calm down, okay?
If I wanted to talk, I wouldn't be in here.
Just shut up and listen to me. We're not...
See? I knew it!
Okay, look. We're out of time here. Institute, this is Dr. Thompson. I'm sorry, I'm gonna need a synth relayed to my coordinates offset by 5.3 to subdue our subject. I appreciate your help with the situation outside.
Nothing to report,
we have to
sir.
get this man back to the Institute. I expect Father will want a report from you.
We are honored to welcome you here.
Ah, there you are. With his...
I'm proud to help the Institute.
At this... There is...
That's a good idea. Hopefully we...
Yes, we use the money.
For years now, you have suspected that the Institute still exists. That we are among you. It is true. But it is not the whole truth. We're here. And we are. The hours to... we have daily lives. We to do dire consequences. Rest in safe hands. And that mankind...
Well, that was... Now, how...
I could use some fresh air.
Acquaint the radio station in... If we'd like, before we... I've been assured. Report back.
Diamond City. That's what you say. If the Institute chose one place to infiltrate, we're walking right into it.